Imagine a kid playing on the streets, not in a fancy academy, not with the best equipment, but with a pure love for the game. This kid wasn't just playing for fun, he was creating a revolution. That kid was Johan Cruyff, and his vision changed the way football is played forever. He discovered total football, a philosophy so groundbreaking that it reshaped football from the ground up. But how did it all start? How did a young boy from Amsterdam, growing up in the shadows of Ajax's stadium, become the mastermind behind one of the most revolutionary tactics the sport has ever seen? Johan Cruyff grew up in a modest part of Amsterdam, near Ajax's home ground. His father passed away when Johan was just 12, and it was football that became his escape. He wasn't just any young player, his skills were crafted on the streets, where improvisation and creativity were key. And that's where his football mind started to take shape. Unlike most kids, Johan wasn't just playing for goals. He was playing for control, for fluidity, for something more than the scoreboard. At Ajax's youth academy, his street-honed skills caught the attention of coaches. But it wasn't just his technical ability that stood out, it was the way he saw the game. He wasn't just a player, he was a thinker. By the time Cruyff was in his early 20s, he had become the heart of Ajax's attack, but his mind was on something bigger. Alongside Rinus Michels, his mentor at Ajax, Cruyff helped create the concept of total football, a tactical system where players could switch positions seamlessly, creating constant movement and confusion for the opposition. In total football, there were no fixed roles. Defenders could attack, attackers could defend, and everyone played as a unit. It was a philosophy built on the idea that football was a fluid game, and that teams should be able to adapt in real time. The goal was simple: dominate possession, control the space, and suffocate the opponent. It was a philosophy that took Ajax to new heights. Under Cruyff and Michels, they won 3 consecutive European Cups in the early 1970s, and Cruyff was at the heart of everything, dictating play, setting the tempo, and using his vision to outthink his opponents. But Cruyff wasn't done yet. After conquering Europe with Ajax, he moved to Barcelona in 1973, bringing his total football philosophy with him. At Barca, he wasn't just a player, he became the spiritual leader of the club. His style of play, vision, and tactical understanding helped the team break a 14-year league title drought, winning La Liga in his first season. Even though his playing career was legendary, his most profound impact came later, as a coach. When Cruyff returned to manage Barcelona in the late 1980s, he revolutionized the club with his ideas, leading them to their first ever European Cup in 1992. But it wasn't just about trophies. Cruyff laid the foundation for La Masia, Barcelona's famed youth academy, which would produce talents like Xavi, Iniesta, and Lionel Messi, players who would go on to redefine modern football using the principles Cruyff set decades before. Johan Cruyff didn't just change the way football was played, he changed the way it was thought about. Total football is the foundation of the game we know it today. Teams like Barcelona, Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, and the Spanish national team have all adopted and evolved these principles. Possession, movement, pressing, it all traces back to Cruyff's vision. His philosophy was simple yet revolutionary. Everyone plays together, every player must be versatile, and football is a game of the mind as much as the feet. Johan Cruyff saw the game differently, and in doing so, he changed it forever. Johan Cruyff started as a street player, but his vision turned him into one of the greatest minds in football history. Total football wasn't just a tactic, it was a revolution. From his days at Ajax to his legacy at Barcelona, Cruyff showed the world that football is a game of creativity, intelligence, and, above all, vision. And that's how a boy from the streets of Amsterdam went on to change the football world forever. If you enjoyed this video, Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to GoalGist for more in-depth football stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.